Yes. Welcome back to the channel GH247. Yes, GH247 News. This is your channel if you're in the diaspora. You're on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or even in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, make this channel yours by clicking on that like button. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. And let me hear from you in the comment section. Can we get started? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, people crying about IShowSpeed getting a Ghanaian passport are missing the plot. And if you are one of those that are crying over it, why has he been given a passport? Ladies and gentlemen, he should have been given even two. He should have two. In fact, it should be diplomatic. He's done more for Ghana tourism in 72 hours than many agencies across Ghana in 72 months. Yes, he's done more in 72 hours, in fact, in 48 hours than almost every agency you can think of in Ghana in the past 72 months. He is an African American. He is a diasporan. Giving him the right to abode is not a gift. It's a reconnection. Benin Republic wanted him. Nigeria wanted him. Liberia wanted him. Ghana secured him. What are you talking about? What is your issue? What is your problem? Oh, we try to go in for European-born footballers to play for our national teams, right? Europeans want Africans born on their soil to naturalize and play for them. In this World Cup, many players Africans born in Europe, those European countries, they want to naturalize them so that they can play for them in the World Cup. Ghana are still searching, are looking for Ghanaian players born in Europe to come back and play for us in the World Cup. Africans are looking for players that were born in Europe to come back home and play on the African continent. And we've gotten an American superstar, creator, YouTuber, content creator, YouTuber that have over 50 million subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about more than the entire population of Ghana. IShowSpeed have 50 million subscribers plus, getting to 51 million. That is almost Ghana's population is less than 35 million, my friends. Ghana's entire population is about less than 35 million. And this guy, 21-year-old, have 50 million plus subscribers. What are you talking about? In 5 hours of streaming in Ghana, 4.6 million views. No, put the entire Ghanaian media together. All the media outlets in Ghana, put them together. In the peak hours of Ghana's peak hours. When I say peak hours, the time that all the TV stations, the radio stations, all the media network put them together. At their peak hour, how many views do we get? In 24 hours. How many views does Ghana's peak hour, the entire media space, get in 24 hours? We are talking about 5 hours of streaming, 4.6 million views. We are talking about 21-year-old African American that even before he started the African tour has declared to the whole world several times, on several occasions, in several places, that he is a Ghanaian, that his mom is from Ghana, that his uncle is a king in Ghana. What are you talking about? He doesn't deserve to have a Ghanaian passport. And by the way, this lady, what's she trying to say? Guys, I want you guys to watch this lady. GH1 news presenter. What is her problem? Before you come on air, next time, please, GH1, advise her, let her do her research well. This lady, before she come on air next time, please, GH1, producers, do your research well. Sit her down, give her detailed informations. That should not come and disgrace herself, come back after 15 minutes and retract and apologize to the minister. You came on air to insult the Honorable Minister, Samuel Kujetu Ablakwa, the Foreign Minister of Ghana. You came and ranted and insulted him because he said the government had decided to issue the passport to IShowSpeed. Do you know the value of what this guy has done to Ghana? You should have sat back and analyzed the impact that this guy has made. You should have sat back and do your calculations well. We marketed Ghana some years back, the year of the return. Do you know how much money Ghana government spent to do that marketing around the world? And even that, that year of return was directed to specific people. IShowSpeed coming to Ghana, cut across, and even it's more like an investment. The Gen Zs, the Alphas, it cut across the next generation of businessmen, the next generation of investors. He has spoken to their hearts. He showed them what Africa is about. Some who believe that America taught them that Africa is full of rubbish. Africa doesn't have even sports cars. For those of you who were saying, oh, this guy has seen a lot of sports cars, he had 2 Lamborghini, and therefore there was no need for the sports cars to be displayed. Look, do you know how many Americans that think there's nothing good that comes from Africa? Do you know that for them, some of those cars they buy it on credit. But in Africa, we pay cash. If it's $4 million, we pay cash. Do you know how the exposure IShowSpeed gave to the continent of Africa? You go back and do your research. Go back online right now and find out from Americans, from Europeans, from Asians. They will tell you they have now gotten to know what they did not know about before, about Africa. We're talking about in 28 days, IShowSpeed toured 20 African countries, 20 countries in 28 days. The exposure. Can you quantum the amount of money all these African nations are going to be making? Uganda is advertising daily in US. Visit Uganda. Kenya are advertising daily on Premier League channels. Visit Kenya. Government are spending millions of dollars advertising. And this guy, with his team, they marketed Africa for free. Kind Ketsi Odemaya, who have been marketing Africa for a very long time to the world. Oh, come on, wait for it. Mr. Beast is coming to Ghana. You don't know. I'm telling you, I'm announcing it. Plans are far in advance. Why would... Now, I want to listen to this. She came back to retract and apologize.
Unfortunately. Anyway, thank you very much. So, good afternoon to you. So this morning on GH Today, I shared an opinion on a decision by the Ghanaian government to issue US YouTuber IShowSpeed with a Ghanaian passport. I concede, however, that some of my comments were overboard and unsavory, and that I sincerely apologize to the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Kujetu Ablakwa. I also apologize to viewers who were offended. Do have a good day. Leading the trends, isn't it?
Yes.
Unfortunately. Anyway, thank you very much. So, good afternoon to you. So this morning on GH Today, I shared an opinion on a decision by the Ghanaian government to issue US YouTuber IShowSpeed with a Ghanaian passport. I concede, however, that some of my comments were overboard and unsavory, and that I sincerely apologize to the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Kujetu Ablakwa. I also apologize to viewers who were offended.
Because I opposed whatever a statement that she made on X. The same way, because she belonged to the opposition party, She campaigned for them and they lost the election. Last week we saw her with this same foreign affairs minister. We saw her with the foreign affairs minister, and all the communicators of the government, we descended heavily on our own minister for allowing her, for entertaining her, because she blocked almost every one of us on the X page. Now, why did she go to see the minister? Because she wanted to go to London. She needed visa for certain category of people to go to London for her program that she hosts across Europe. Women of Valor. Women of Valor this year is going to be hosted in London. She needed assistance of the Foreign Affairs Ministry. Now she needed assistance of the government. She's gone to the office of the Foreign Affairs Minister. Just last week, we lambasted our minister for allowing her, for entertaining her. I'm not surprised I'm not surprised she has to come back and retract. Because her bosses, that is her boss with the Foreign Affairs Minister. That is her boss there with the Foreign Affairs Minister. I'm hearing people are saying, oh, it is the government that impressed on her to be sacked or to retract. The government doesn't have any business with a private broadcasting house. If her own bosses impress on her to retract and apologize, yeah, because they know they would have been the losers, not the government. Not the government. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes simple research would have taught you a lot. Simple research. These days, informations are everywhere. Informations are everywhere. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. Sit back. Take your phone. There are many places, a lot of places. AI can give you informations. ChatGPT can give you informations. Google has been there. Do little research before you come on air. Do you know what it means for IShowSpeed? At the time that he was in that helicopter from Akropong, that little town where he was given the Ghanaian name, and by the time he arrived in Accra, in less than 30 minutes, that helicopter was the highest track flight in the world. Was the highest track flight in the world at that moment. Over 3,000 people were tracking the helicopter. Over 3,000 people were tracking it. The highest track flight in the world was that helicopter from that small town of Akropong in the eastern region of Ghana to Accra. Do little research. Do you know what it means? That alone has put Ghana on the map. I myself, I was scared when he boarded the helicopter, because just last year there was a serious helicopter crash in Ghana that we lost important personnel. I was scared. I was just praying that this guy would land safely in Accra. Ladies and gentlemen, it is pathetic. It is pathetic. Now, I've seen something under the post of Deputy Tourist Chief Executive. Comments from the diaspora. Comments from people who are in the US. US people who are commenting on this issue. Francis Fresh Shave said, what? I will this go viral so these folks won't be asking me in Dallas if we got sports and luxury cars in Ghana. A Ghanaian citizen in US is saying that, in Dallas, says that Americans used to ask him, do they have sports and luxury cars in Ghana? So the car show that was displayed. You see, this answers that. You see, some will be asking if I live in a madhouse in Ghana. But they've seen it that even in the village, even in the town, not even in the city. You see the chief's palace? Somebody will say, yes, me too. Bro, they asked me if we have lights. Just imagine. So, IShowSpeed visit to Ghana Now people will begin to see things. That Africa is not, oh God. You now came, he said, listen to the apology she said. I'm sorry for the unsavory commentary and I apologize unreservedly to all personalities my words offended. GH1 host Lily Mohammed apologizes to Ghana's foreign minister for her comment on IShowSpeed and Ghanaian passport matter. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to run it up. And let me say this. If we can go to Europe and try to lure Ghanaian-born British, Ghanaian-born German, Ghanaian-born Belgian, Ghanaian-born Italian, Ghanaian-born, what you want to call them, to come home and play for us, to play for our national football team. And an individual, 21-year-old, trace his roots to Ghana and says, I am a Ghanaian, my mom is a Ghanaian, and I've come to promote Ghana's culture. And in 5 hours, 4.5 million, 4.6 million people, live, eyes were set on Ghana. He deserved more than 2 passports. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, your boss, Nana Banamwa, want to secure UK visa for her team. You should have been sacked, honestly. Let me just end it here. I will see you guys on the next one. When you see me, ladies and gentlemen, I am Salom. I'll be back. Shalom.